and welcome to the 7AA quarterfinal girls sectional hockey game here from Andover High School. I'm Joe Rulin, joined along with Steve Thompson, and tonight it's Steve, the Huskies, hosting the Cloquet-Esko-Carlton team.
Yeah, they've got a long road trip here to Andover for the game tonight, and that's typical in 7AA. You get a lot of long road trips. As a matter of fact, the section final is in Duluth, and Andover is very familiar with trips to the section final. 2 years in a row, they've gone to the state tournament.
The record's irrelevant when it comes this time. There you see the Huskies lighting the lamp and having some success against Anoka just a couple of nights ago. Claire Buderak there. She's a big part of that success with the Huskies. In fact, she's the leading goal scorer in assist and total points total for the team as a whole as a sophomore. Meanwhile, you've got one line really anchoring the whole thing for this Cloquet team.
Yeah, no doubt. They've had a good year, though, and it's typical in girls hockey where you'll see one or two lines dominate the ice time and the score sheet. Cloquet-Esko-Carlton 14-7-4 and beat Andover in this building back in early January. The final there 3-2, and taking a look at these two teams, Joe, very even this season, and that 3-2 decision in January certainly bore that out.
Certainly has, and you'll see some good offensive play, a good blend. About three lines for the Huskies is what they'll do. They have a freshman goaltender in Stumo, had an outstanding game against Blaine, really kind of set a new standard for herself, and I know the fans are looking forward to seeing that happen again because playoff hockey is about goaltending.
Yeah, for sure. If you can get on a roll with your goaltending, you're going to have a lot of success. It's more appropriate to call it the playoffs, but you could call it goalie for sure. If you get good goaltending, you have a chance to go a long way.
The records are irrelevant. Here's a look at the matchup we have for you. The goals, meanwhile, goals scored 76-71 in favor of Andover. The gap here, Steve, is that second period. That's the period that at least Cloquet is the most productive, and that's the least productive period defensively for the Huskies. Penalty kill, impressive 84% on that penalty kill for the Lumberjacks and 77% for the Huskies. And the save percentage in goal, as you can see, Huskies at about 88%. Meanwhile, the save percentage for Genero at 91%, so very strong. Meanwhile, in terms of the last game, 2-1 win for Blaine, again due in part to a great goaltending effort by Stumo. And meanwhile, North Shore an 8-1 loss to this Lumberjack team. Of course, they play in that Lake Superior Conference.
Yeah, so once again, Cloquet-Esko-Carlton, a long trip to Andover for the game tonight, and it's a 4-5 battle, and we expect a good one.
There you get a look at the starters. We mentioned it before. They play about two lines, as you mentioned, Steve. You got Bender. Bender has 14 goals on the year. Baker has 15 goals, and meanwhile Nelson has 12 goals. Meanwhile, Langenbrunner, the cousin of a former Minnesota Wild and North Star, a star player, she's one of the defense along with Anderson and Genero. Genero, we'll talk about her goals against average.
Yeah, the Langenbrunners, that's a big name in that Cloquet area for sure. And they've got a beautiful facility in Cloquet. I know a lot of folks have been up there for tournaments over the years.
There you get a look at the Huskies lineup. Portner, senior, along with Buderak and Sadeh. Buderak, the team leading points. Cedarburg, along with Peterson and Stumo, the freshman, in goal for the Huskies, again trying to keep that momentum going and the success she had against Blaine. I actually had a chance to speak with the head coach Volk of the Huskies a few minutes ago. Joe Rulin with the head coach Melissa Volk of the Andover Huskies. And coach, near similar records than you had last year, and you made it to the state last year. What do you expect from the team this year as the season's through, the regular season? Now you're prepping for the sectionals here.
I've been really happy with the team the last few weeks, the momentum we have here going into sections, and hopefully we have a good game here tonight.
Having a couple more years under your belt, what do you say to them that's different this year than you would have in the past with that knowledge?
Well, we're still an underdog, but we do have 8 seniors on the team. They've been in this spot the last few years, and hopefully they can prevail.
Coming into this one, I know you've had some great play. Claire Buderak, a sophomore, leads the team in scoring. Any other players that have been a surprise for you this year?
Well, like I said, there's 8 seniors who have really made this program to where we have come to today. But Claire Buderek, like you said, she has really made an impact as just a sophomore. And kind of a bigger surprise this year, not necessarily a surprise, she's a great player, but Nicole Sadea, a junior, has really made a great impact as well this year at forward.
Has there been anything in terms of the second period, as you look at statistics, it looks like that's the goals, the period in which you've allowed the most goals this season. Is there anything there lapse-wise or anything in terms of adjustments? It's a reason why that happens?
Can't really put our finger on it. Unfortunately, we've had a lot of goals scored on us this year.
As you're going ready for this game tonight, you've got a tough line. Tough line has produced 14, 12, and 12 goals, and they pretty much play just the 2 lines. How do you defend that first line? Do you make an adjustment or just play your style?
Tonight we're hoping to play our own style. We're hoping to set the tempo of the game and not really worry so much about what they're doing and just go out there and play our style of hockey.
Coach, thanks for joining us. Good luck through sectionals and beyond. Take care.
Thank you.
Joe Ruland, QCTV. Well, we mentioned beyond sectionals because, as you mentioned, Steve, at the start of this game, they've had kind of average records, close to 500 the last 2 years, but they've been able to make their way and put it all together through sectionals and represent 7AA in state.
Well, there's no doubt Andover has been able to take advantage of playing in one of the top girls hockey conferences in the state to get them ready for the postseason. The Northwest Suburban, 5 teams in the top 15 of the latest Let's Play Hockey Girls 2A poll. So Andover is battle tested coming into the sections, and then you go into 7AA, and they've been able to get on a roll 2 years in a row, get to the state tournament, and of course in the 2013-2014 season, state consolation champs, and of course another trip to the state tournament a year ago. So this is very familiar territory for Andover, and the good news is they start the playoffs and the sections with a game at home tonight. That's a big deal.
I'll tell you, another big upswing for that is that big win versus Blaine. Having them have a chance to see them play and see some strong goaltending. And we've seen it from Gilles Malash to Gump Worsley. Hot goaltending dictates the tempo when it comes time for the sectionals, and we are underway. The Lumberjacks in the purple moving right to left, and Buderek will give chase here for the Huskies. The sophomore center digging at the board finally. It will be the Lumberjacks trying to clear. They cannot. Back to retreat and pick that up is also Anderson for the Lumberjacks. Scramble for the puck, had neutralized, then pickpocketed away. As we mentioned, they have one line that has done about 75% of their scoring. That's obviously their number 1 line. Have a mix of everything from a senior to an 8th grader on that number 1 line. Buderek gets it, turns, fires, puts it on net. Probably the easiest save of the night for Genero, but that'll allow the Huskies to switch up their lines. Lumberjacks try to pick it up off their sticks, and now here come the Huskies back the other way. Poke checked off the stick that time for the Huskies by Holmes, and Lumberjacks will try to put some pressure on with their second line. Picked up, hops the stick there. Deflected, and now back comes Cloquet. Top of the circle, sends it, rinses it along the boards, and the Huskies will get there first here on the near half board. Back to pick up now. Well, Huskies and Paige Anderson. She picks it up just beyond the blue line. Here come the Huskies. And they're into the Lumberjack zone. Cannot control, but still a good battle. Huskies maintain possession. That's Tomberlin. Meanwhile, the Lumberjacks get it out and clear the zone. Picking up there is Cedarburg. Cedarburg, a senior who's committed to Mankato State. Huskies with another rush. They'll go pretty much with those 3 lines, Steve, and you're seeing that early. And I got to think when it comes time for sectional hockey, it starts to wear you down.
Oh, no doubt, Joe. I mean, it's clear. If you can roll 3 lines, it's a big advantage over teams that generally rely on 1 or 2 lines for all their scoring and minutes.
Good shot there and a save. The rebound was cleared that time by Baker. Huskies try to start it up ice again. They get as far as center ice. Unable to control. Chipped and picked at and forcing the Lumberjacks back in their zone. They chip it ahead and the Huskies will get their turn, fire along the board and able to clear it. It will not be icing. Lumberjacks will give chase and again back on the ice again. Number 2 and Anderson, Keegan Anderson. Lumberjacks out to the blue line. Huskies tried to send it in. Now here comes Budarak. Budarak trying to manipulate around the defense. Loose puck in front and Budarak on the doorstep and it's turned away that time by Genero.
Outstanding job by Andover to get to the net. What you have to do, especially you get into sectional playoffs, you get late in the season, you want to crash that net and have an opportunity to knock in a rebound.
The junior Sade also sitting on the doorstep, looking for that rebound, held in here at the near point. Now a quick backhand. And giving chase once again, full of the Huskies. Sidney Portner. Lumberjacks skate free of the zone, then send it deep into the Husky zone. Huskies bring it out. Here comes Budarak all alone. Skating in, looking for someone to backhand it to as the puck went right to her, so she extended her shift. Now a long lead pass. This connects. Got in, save, turned away by Stubo. Loose puck in front, backhand, turned away, penalty coming up on the Huskies.
Boy,
some heavy-duty pressure.
Yeah, that was outstanding. It was Baker getting loose down the middle of the ice, the captain for Cloquet-Esko-Carlton. Good back check by Andover, but in the process, they pick up the penalty, and it'll go a skater short.
The senior Baker leads this team with 15 goals and 14 assists. Some heavy-duty pressure, as you mentioned, Steve. One line really scoring about 70%, or producing 70% of the points this year for the Lumberjacks. They'll get their first chance with the power play here. Let's see how the Huskies react to this.
By the way, Grace Halverson, the hooking penalty at 3:59.
Dropping it in and trying to skate it in, but she's almost checked by the linesman there. Now they continue. Baker there drops it back to Anderson. Back out again to Anderson at the right. Top of circle, there's a hard shot. Wrister that makes it all the way through. That's taken by Langenbrunner and then cleared by the Huskies.
I love those low shots, Joe. Those low shots create opportunities. We talked about it in the last game we did, and over at Anoka. You keep that puck low, it creates problems for the goaltender.
Can never tell which way those rebounds will go, and especially with traffic in front, losing her edge there was Langenbrunner. Huskies still trying to move the puck along the board and advance it out. Held in half board by the Lumberjacks. Skating in front, looking for a good angle, takes the shot but hits the defense in front. That hit Portner. Huskies will try to clear, held in at the far point. Nice stick play there by the Lumberjacks. They'll skate in low, take a shot, hit the side of the net. That was taken by Cook. Again, Cook picks it up. She'll try to send a wrister. That hits traffic. Portner there, and just 10 seconds left in the power play for the Lumberjacks. They'd be back on. Baker comes back on at the last second here. See if they can muster up a little bit more pressure as the Huskies will be back at full strength. Oh, it's deflected. Put back on net that time, and Stumo was ready for it. Huskies back at full strength. They have successfully killed the penalty. Now in front, shot turned away by Stumo, and Stumo is operating at a high caliber tonight.
Well, if that would have been a goal, it would have been an even strength goal. Cloquet-Esko-Carlton did a good job getting set up, but didn't get a lot of scoring opportunities on that power play. So Andover did a good job killing it off. Still no score.
Stumo was ready for the puck that was deflected up front. That took a interesting deflection, but she was ready. Here come the Huskies. They'll skate in. Turpin now in the near corner. Nowacki there. Husky circ, that's Turpin. She'll send a shot, hits traffic, does not reach the net. Meanwhile, the Lumberjacks lose their edge. That allows the Huskies to maintain possession of the puck. Momentarily, apparently, because the Lumberjacks clear and they'll make some wholesale line changes. Racing to try to catch them on that line change. Andover, it's deflected, coming near the goal. They wave off any icing. And now the Lumberjacks move it out of their zone. Going coast to coast here is Langenbrunner. She whistles one wide there to pick it up. The Huskies.
Zetterberg's going to get the penalty. She's going to get an elbow behind the net. She got up high, so a quick penalty again for the Andover Huskies, and they'll have to kill off another one.
2 in this first period, and that is, in fact, Cederberg, the senior. As we mentioned before, she will be playing college hockey at Mankato State. 4 goals, 2 assists, but she is critical the way she can control that puck. When there is a power play or even at even strength, she takes it north-south very well. Huskies clear the zone. And this will give the number 1 line more time. More shots on goal. Having trouble controlling it. The Huskies win the race to the puck as she was trying to find it. Good hustle there for the Huskies by Michelle Holmes. Finally now, here come the Lumberjacks from Cloquet. They get it in and not a real serious threat, although they cannot clear. Here's Baker. Look out, she's dangerous. Working up behind the net. She looks for a teammate, drops it, top of the circle. Rister gets all the way through. Where's the puck? Looking for the rebound, and there's the whistle.
Stumo saw it all the way. She had an alley to see that shot and was able to drop to her knees and make the play. And for a freshman, she's had an outstanding year. It's hard to argue. She's seen a lot of shots, and she's really been up to the task. I mean, what a great spot to build around a young goaltender going forward.
Winning the draw, the Lumberjacks, they take it to the far board. They'll set it up. That's Bender with it. Back again to Baker. Baker wants to get it to the line mate Bender, but you know there's a stop of play as they'll reset. The interesting part about Stumo, she played last year as an 8th grader, and the reason she played as an 8th grader is because the goaltender, the senior goaltender, played on the boys team last year, and it was Rooney. Maddie Rooney, she is playing up at North Dakota and has recently taken over the number 1 job as the goaltender up there. A win-win.
Stumo's done a really good job as a young player. It's not easy.
Held in, hard point. There's a shot. Misses net. Still 40 seconds left to go on the power play. Budarak will try to clear. Now she'll try to power the puck through a couple of the Lumberjack players. They still hold possession. And just for a couple more seconds, Huskies alleviate the pressure, send it length to the ice. 25 seconds left on the power play. This is the second power play opportunity of the first period for Cloquet, and a whistle there, 18 seconds.
It's important for Andover to get through this penalty kill and generate a little offense. Only 2 shots so far in the first half of period number 1. They need to do more than that, and they got to stay out of the box.
You got a chance to see Courtney Olin, the head coach of this Cloquet team. Her father is the head coach of the boys team up there. She played at Bemidji State, and the assistant Gustafson played at Minnesota Duluth. So plenty of experience behind that bench. Full strength now for the Huskies. They've killed 2 consecutive penalties. Loose puck in front, turned away. Big rebound. They're piling up on top of it, and Stumo has the honors, and she's laying right on top of it.
That was a tough one for Stumo because it was kind of a knuckleball coming in on her, and it popped out of her glove, and she kind of hung in there and stuck with it and got help from her defenders. But really a good job by Stumo to follow that puck when it popped out of her net and stay in front of it.
Lundqvist that time putting the pressure on for the Lumberjacks. Budarak putting some pressure near the blue line just in front of the bench of the Huskies. coming over to help out there. Was Portner. Now it's Budarak bringing it in. She'll split the defense but lose possession. Now she picks it up. The backhand goes right to her, and the Huskies unable to pinch it in and hold it at that left point. They're forced to go back, retreat, pick it up, and that's Sarah Martinson, a freshman who loves to hit. Loose puck in front, tangled up enough. Good job by Portner. She picks up the loose change and sends it to neutral ice. Lumberjacks back the other way. And they lose it. Portner back, carries it in front. There's Budarak with a chance, and she'll draw a penalty. Huskies will get the power play now. Good burst of speed by Budarak, good pass, and good setup that time by the senior.
Langenbrunner's going to go to the box there. That was pretty obvious. Almost a penalty shot on that one. Almost a penalty shot, but if you're going to take a penalty, that was a good one for Cloquet-Esko-Carlton.
I think the referee, Captain Obvious tonight, was going to call that one. Had to
call that one.
Huskies a chance to try to jump the lead here. They've killed 2 penalties this first period. Now they get a chance with the advantage. Send it back behind and set up. Lose an edge, and Huskies just trying to get things calculated and set on the power play. Good weave, good pressure really by the Lumberjacks. They're really not allowing the Huskies to get comfortable, even though they have that one-man advantage. Inside the blue line, now they'll set to see if they can get a different angle. The force one in, there's a rebound. Loose puck in front. They're still chiseling at it, and it's hung up there, and a nice save, and frozen that time by Genero.
Wow, what a pad save you're going to see right here. That left pad saved the day and kept Andover. She just got that pad right down on the ice and kicked it out of there and got a little defensive help, but that's the save of the night so far.
You bet. Paige Anderson with some pressure there. Budarak now on as they bring in some fresh troops. Held in just inside the blue line. Back to Budarak. She's cross rink back. Shot, save, goal! It went off the pad, and it's by Portner. And that'll put the Huskies up with the power play goal, 1-0.
Tic-tac-toe. Beautifully played by Andover. And we talked about the goaltender, Genero. No chance on that one.
There's a reason. A good rotation, as you mentioned, Steve. A tic-tac-toe combination. Sydney Portner, 7 goals on the regular season. Her first of the playoffs. The Huskies' first of the playoff of this quarterfinal sectional contest. And the Huskies needed that. Killing 2 penalties earlier and coming back with that power play goal. Assist will go to Budarak. In the far corner, they continue to collide and held in just inside the blue line. Blast hits traffic. That was Cedarburg trying to get that. Meanwhile, Lumberjacks in that number 1 line back out there. You'll see just 2 lines for the most part for these Lumberjacks. Huskies now skate in. That's Tomberlin. Sends it behind now. Tomberlin will give chase in the corner against a couple of the Lumberjack players. Held in here at the near point. That blast hits a skate in front, but she picks up the ricochet. Bringing it in, sends it to the far corner. That was taken by Mackenzie Peterson. Light piece pass up ahead. Here come the Lumberjacks. Being watched closely by Tomberlin. Her brother, very good hockey player and baseball player here with Andover. Back to retreat, pick it up, Lumberjacks. A lot of ice. Backhanded, and they'll make some defensive line changes there. Huskies pick it up deep in their zone. That's Jessa Saylor. They get it to neutral ice. Teams collide there. Huskies bring it in again. All 3 lines for the Huskies have been very active and productive. The 1 goal coming on the power play. There's a freeze right there and a stick that goes off the mask of Genero, which she didn't appreciate much.
Yeah, Jessica Nowacki fighting for a rebound up a little high. Good no call by the ref on that play, but 1-0 Andover. And of course, the goal, beauty for the Andover Huskies. Portner from Budarak and Cedarburg on the power play. So a beautiful goal with a man advantage or a player advantage for Andover.
Huskies bring it in, send it behind, deflected. Picking it up in the far corner, that's Taylor Nelson. Now, and half board as two from each team try to bring it loose, and finally the Lumberjacks backhanded along the board. Pass up ahead, they'll try to connect. Here comes Baker. She's going to try to get by Cedarburg. She cannot. Good play by Cedarburg. And meanwhile, the Huskies and Turpin take it deep. They try to skate it out, cannot. Held in at the far point. They try to jump a pass there. That was Baker. Or Stoyanov, rather.
Just a great play by Cedarburg to drop back, block the shot, and clear the zone. Textbook.
Nowacki that time put a shot on and a save. Pressure coming in as they were ready to crash the net, and Genero holds on to that. Aaron is a junior goaltender. A lot of players coming back for this Cloquet team. To mention, they have a mix of 8th and 9th graders getting plenty of ice time. Huskies battle for it, finally pick it up at neutral ice. They'll skate it in. That's Helverson. Helverson continues the battle, held in at the far point. Sent to half board. Budarak has an assist already on the power play. Looks for that loose change. There's a shot, goes over the stick, goes over top of the puck. And that number 1 line back in for the Huskies. Sadeh, Portner, and Budarak. Neutral ice picked up, good play, gets around the defense. Coming over to help out and take the puck away was Helverson, but they're not able to clear. Held in at the near point that time by Langenbrunner. Ricochets, deflects, and goes length of the ice, and we will have icing with 1:24 to go. It's a 1-0 lead for the Huskies. As the last couple of years, they have been able to take it up a notch come the sectionals time and represent 7AA in the state tournament.
Yeah, it is amazing. They've certainly picked it up. The game has been physical so far. No checking in the girls' games, but there's still been plenty of back and forth tonight.
Up at center ice, it's the Lumberjacks. They'll try to get a couple more pressures down in the Husky zone here before the end of period number 1. Huskies maintaining some good pressure. Lumberjacks having trouble coming out clean. Off the board, and there's Cedarburg. Forwards it up ahead there to Tomberlin. And now it's picked up by the number 1 line here, Nelson coming in. Nelson looks across, has it deflected. Good defensive play there by the Huskies. They'll drop it in slowly enough so the team can make the change, and just enough so they're not whistled for the icing. Here they come back. It's Baker trying to pick it up at center ice, cannot control. Back the other way, it's Sarah Martinson. Sarah Martinson, she likes contact and likes that physical play, and she went hard to the board there. Meanwhile, it's all the way back into the Husky zone. That's Jessa Saylor. Held in, blue line. Here's they're going to try one quick opportunity with 2 seconds left, and that's the end of period number 1. And the Huskies have taken a 1-0 lead at the end of 1. That was on a power play goal by Sydney Portner, the senior. and certainly the start that they really wanted to get here tonight.
Yeah, it was great. Andover was able to kill off 2 penalties, Joe. They did a good job in that front. And then finally, they got a power play opportunity of their own, and they cashed it in on a beautiful play. And their top player scored. I'm so impressed by the way Cedarburg's playing tonight. Mackenzie Cedarburg's just been phenomenal. So steady, always making the right play. And she had an assist on that lone goal for Andover.
Absolutely. A good tic-tac-toe goal there. And again, it was Budarak who leads the team in assists, adding to that. But the first one's always great to get when you're playing these sectional games and getting that early lead. And there you got to look at Coach Volk just before she was ready to head to the locker room. So ready up for strategy for period number 2. We'll be back for period number 2. Joe Rulin along with Steve Thompson. You're watching a QCT hockey presentation.
QCTV is your local leader for high school sports. Tune in to watch your team compete from the start of the season to sections and beyond. Watch us live on Channel 15 and on the web at QCTV.org. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter to keep up to date with all of the teams in the North Metro area. See it all here on QCTV.
Cedarburg puts it with the peanut butter in the top shelf.
There's a long shot there by Daninger. Nice play by Krimble, earning the and one. Smith lost her dribble, gets it to a cutting Zimmer. Nice play, and Zimmer converts.
Goes for the steal, doesn't get it. Pass inside, nice move. Up and good, nice layup.
Slater comes up with it, tries to go up and under and hits.
Oh, that's working it around the world, Pete.
All the way around.
Hello and welcome to In the Game. I'm your host, Chris Carpenter. In the Game is a show that we do here at QCTV that focuses on high school and amateur sports that we have going on in and around our 4 cities of Andover, Anoka, Champlin, and Ramsey. It's winter here in Minnesota, and that means high school basketball season. And on today's show, we are going to focus on our girls' high school basketball teams. Let's start with the Andover Huskies. The Huskies are coming off of a season where they reached the state tournament, so expectations are pretty high this year. Let's take a look at the Andover girls basketball team.
It was an incredible season for us. We got a young team coming in. We didn't really know what to expect. We lost a lot of seniors. So we kind of took the approach that it was just going to be a journey where our job was to get better every week, and we're going to see how it ended up. And we kind of came together. We became a very good defensive team. We became an unselfish team, and so we had a nice run. It was just a lot of fun.
So coming off of a successful year, Coach Belschner is happy with where the team is at.
I think we're in a good spot right now. We had a lot of people back with experience. We lost some key people. We've kind of taken the same approach that our job is to get better every week, and our goal is to be peaking at the end of the season. So far I think we're on pace. You know, we've had our ups, our downs. We're kind of still a work in progress, but I feel like we're making progress going forward. So,
Senior Gabby Garcia also talked about her experience going to the state tournament.
It was super fun and exciting, like nerve-wracking. Like I was super nervous to just sitting in the locker room, waiting to play or watching other games. Super nervous, nerve-wracking. Team goal would be to work together so we can make it to that section championship and just play as a team together.
The Northwest Suburban Conference is once again tough, but Coach Belschner says that the team needs to stick to their game plan.
the Northwest Suburban is really good this year, and it has been the last couple years. So there's a number of teams that are ranked, and I would say every game we play, you're playing great teams, great competition. Our approach has always been, in our conference, there's a lot of talented teams, and so our goal has got to be to get better every day. Our goal has got to be the aggressor whenever we take the court. We have to be the better team, and what I mean by that is we have to play better defense. We have to share the basketball and work together. We have to do the little things well if we're going to be successful. And so our goal every day is just to get better, and it's to focus on those things, not so much the wins and losses right now.
The Anoka girls basketball team has had some success in the Northwest Suburban Conference early this year, and they're hoping to build on that for the rest of the season. Let's look at the Anoka Tornadoes girls basketball team.
I think the season's going well so far. We've had some ups and downs, but for the future, there's a lot of potential down low at our lower levels, and I see it every day, every practice, every game, and it's awesome to see. So I think in the future, it'll be well.
I'd say the season's going like decent to good. I mean, we've definitely had like losses and down spouts, but I think it's due to like we haven't had a full team really. We had our big post out for a few weeks, and now we have our other captain out for a few. Like, it's just been off and on, but overall I'd say it's really good because like we had the same team last year, just minus 2 seniors. So to be building from last year, it's worked really well.
I think the season's going very well. Not like as good as I would want it to, but it's going well for us. We've had a few tough losses that we definitely should have won, but besides those, we've given a good fight for a lot of teams. And the goal for this season, I really, really want to make the state this year. It's my senior year and I made it to state other years, so this is my main goal.
When I was a freshman and sophomore, we had this really big powerhouse group of seniors, and we graduated 9 of them actually when I was a sophomore, and after that we were really young. And we had a little bit of trouble trying to fill those big shoes, but I think we're getting there. We're kind of almost at that point now where we can do some of the things that they've done, like go to state and win the section title, which is my goal, or I think everybody's goal this year.
The more we play as a team, the better we do, and I think if we just continue doing that next year, it'll keep going.
When you hear about Champlin Park basketball, you usually hear about how good the boys' high school team is, but the girls' team is also very good. Here's a look at the Champlin Park girls' high school basketball team.
Basketball's awesome. My teammates, I like hanging out with them on and off the court, and I've really grown to they're all my family, so.
We're young this year, so I kind of feel like an older player. I'm one of the more experienced. I've been on varsity since my freshman year, and it's really fun to have a big role on the team.
It's amazing. The school atmosphere that we have here at Champlin Park is amazing. I've never seen it like this before. Our school is really into our sports, and that's exciting because it makes me excited about what I do. So it's a really cool thing to have.
Yeah, it's much more than basketball to me. I mean, I've been a part around these girls for the last 3 years. I've gotten to know them as students and as athletes. You know, they're student athletes, so I wanted to be great students inside the classroom. I also feel like, we're not here just for basketball. We're here to, help them become great women. So it's basketball, but it's also about life lessons. And, I have quite a few seniors who are going to be going on to play college basketball. We're preparing them for what comes after high school, and just kind of, how women want to be treated, how, it's kind of like life lessons. And
yeah, come cheer us on. We're fun to watch. Definitely, come and cheer us on. I mean, we like fans. I mean, we have a very, very big gym to fill up, and so it's nice to have fans that come and support us, and especially from the community. But yeah, always come to a game, home or away. Wear your rebel blue.
I can print it off at home and run somewhere else so that they have a nice day.
Well, that's it for this edition of In the Game. If you want more In the Game or want more information regarding our sports schedules, or if you want to check out any of our sports or government programming, go to our website, www.qctv.org. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm Chris Carpenter, and we'll see you next time in the game.
It's not always easy being a dad.
Do you have panda asthma too? Does that run in the family? This is the home of the most priceless kung fu artifacts.
But when you make an effort...
Dad, we're not supposed to touch anything. Oh, sorry. Go long, son!
It's always worth it.
Whoa! Master!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact. on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
I am gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. That single ember can ignite and destroy your home or even your community. You can't control where that ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Give it back!
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Welcome back to Andover Ice Arena for this, the girls Section 7AA quarterfinal play. It's the number 4 seed, the Huskies, hosting the Cloquet Lumberjacks, who are the number 5 seed. I'm Joe Rulin, joined by Steve Thompson. And Steve, great game so far. The penalties, Huskies killed 2 penalties, and then they scored on their only power play opportunity.
Yeah, and it was a big goal, and Andover has to feel very good about where they stand right now. But we certainly look forward to period number 2, and can Andover weather the storm? And early on, Stumo made a big save, a couple of big saves on those 2 penalty kills for Andover, and was seeing the puck very well. And of course, getting outstanding defensive help from Cedarburg.
There's the shot, the goal there went just by the glove that time of Genero. And that was Sydney Portner, the senior. There's the head coach. Coach Volk in her 3rd season with the Huskies.
Well, she's had the magic touch for sure. They're trying for their 3rd straight state tournament appearance. It's hard to argue with what Andover's done, and I talked about it before the game, Joe, that they have a formula. They play in the very difficult Northwest Suburban. They build toward the end of the season. They had a big win over Blaine in their finale 2-1 of the regular season and have carried that momentum over into the playoffs. You want to peak at the right time. This second season, it's one and done, and Andover's been able to make the most of it for sure.
There you see the goal scored by Portner. She had 7 on the season. This is again her first of the playoffs. Assist by Budarak. Budarak led the Huskies in scoring, goals and assists. So she gets her first assist of the playoffs. 6 saves by Stumo, 5 saves by Generoso. Pretty evenly matched goaltenders. One a freshman, one a junior, but both very poised in goal.
Yeah, it's been good. General had a beautiful save moments before she gave up that goal, and she didn't have a chance on that one by Portner.
Budarak and Baker take the draw. Baker in the purple for the Lumberjacks, and it goes back into the Lumberjack zone. That's the number 1 line. They'll get most of the ice time here for the Lumberjacks, and they lead. They have 70% of the point production on the year. That number 1 line. Still putting some pressure on. Looks like they had a little dialogue maybe with their head coach to get things rolling. Olin, that is. Olin again has played her 4 years at Bemidji State. She also coached 1 year at up at St. Scholastica. Huskies now will try to bring it out. That's Cedarburg. Long lead pass up again to Budarak. She turns and picks up the rebound. Heads it up again. And moving in now. And poke checked off that time. Off the stick that time of Portner. Nice defensive play. Budarak battling in the board. And finally the Lumberjacks will skate out. That's Nelson. Nelson still with the puck. Gets by and it goes through the legs of the defense and on goal. Where Stumo makes that save. Held in here at the near point. Deflected. Loose puck. There's Budarak. Sends it to the boards. Off to the side. In front, the Huskies pick it up there. And we're going to get ourselves a whistle.
Yeah, it was played with a high stick, Joe. And, not a bad play to knock it down. What I like, though, on that last rush by Cloquet is the fact that Stumo kept the play alive. So many goaltenders will freeze the puck. Sometimes it's better to keep the play flowing and let your D clear that zone versus getting a draw in your own zone.
Absolutely. Good point, Steve. And Huskies try to start it out, can't get the momentum going, and Lumberjacks send it back in. Michelle Holmes now full of the Huskies. Brings it out now beyond the blue line. Sends a wrister that just misses the net. Looks for that rebound. Huskies have it there. They'll send a shot on, and that was by Tomberlin. Haley Tomberlin, no whistle there.
Well, Holmes with a really nice shot. It just didn't find the net, but that was low and really had the potential of crossing up the goaltender General.
Moving in and deflects on. Whoa! A chance there. Huskies looking to see if that can trigger him.
I think that was metal, Joe.
Moving in again. Turpin backhand goal! Oh, she picked it up. Dipsy Dude dangled a bit and then put a backhand by Genero, and the Huskies are up 2-0.
Yeah, that was a beauty. Boy, the art of the backhand paid dividends right there. You don't see a lot of backhanded goals, but you did right there. A beauty by Turpin.
The senior with 8 goals and 6 assists on the season picks up her first playoff goal. Nice job. Found just the right location.
And we've been worried about Andover in period number 2. So far, so good in this second period tonight, Joe.
As you mentioned, the Huskies have been outscored. In fact, a -10 on the season in the second period. And for the Lumberjacks, they're about a +8 in that second period. Huskies back again, pressure. Held in. They're putting more pressure on. That deflection goes wide. Held in, far point. They'll send it just off net. Turpin's there again, looking to add. She picks it up again just to the side of the net. Sends a backhand, held in. Cedarburg sends a wrister that makes it all the way through. Once again, Turpin sends it out front, and finally the Lumberjacks control. At neutral ice, back come the Huskies. Sending it in. Wrister shot that time is saved and smothered by Genero.
Boy, Andover just flying here in this second period tonight. And maybe head coach Melissa Volk reminded them, hey, we haven't been very good in the second. Let's pick it up. We do know one thing. Andover's very good at playoff time.
They know how to get the momentum going in their direction come sectionals. We'll get a look at those brackets as well, as tonight it's the number 4 Huskies with the 2-0 lead over the number 5 seed Lumberjacks from Cloquet. Number 1 line back on for the Huskies, and that was Budarak who actually took that shot, forced the whistle last time. Huskies back in their zone, getting some pressure by the Lumberjacks. Digging it along the board, trying to poke it free, and finally Budarak looks like she has it. Circle behind Stumo, and she'll try to start it up and out of the zone. Good pressure now by the Lumberjacks. They'll send it back in deep. They're trying to pick up the physical play, maybe change the momentum of this game. Andover up ahead. There's Budarak. Gets around, defense loses her edge. She's coming in, top of the circle, puts a backhand across the crease, and no one home or could get a stick on it. Beautiful setup by Budarak, and odd man rush now coming for Cloquet. A wrister as some of their forwards are near the end of their rush, and we've got a penalty coming up. 12:31 to go, period number 2. And it looks like the Huskies will be whistled for their 3rd penalty of the game.
Yeah, if there's one thing to be concerned about, the number of Andover penalties. This will be the 3rd power play for Cloquet-Esko-Carlton. So far 0 for 2 on the power play.
Off the face-off, quick shot, pad save, goes to the corner. Huskies get their first and clear. That was Turpin. That powerful line of Nelson, Baker, and Bender will get another opportunity. This is their 3rd power play opportunity in this game. Drop pass there. Nelson. Huskies control. They're able to clear. Good play there. That was by number 4, Michelle Holmes.
Sailor in the box for a body check. Illegal in the girls' game. And it has been physical tonight. There's no doubt about it. And that's the first checking penalty we've seen.
You saw the Lumberjacks kind of pick up the physicality after that 2nd goal by the Huskies. And that was probably what caused the penalty on the Huskies. Skating around, looking for an open skater. Soft pass. Had a winger there, but the pass was way too soft, and the Huskies able to poke check. Still holding the zone at the style Lumberjacks in the far corner. The Huskies now clear.
Yeah, so far, great scheme. Clog up the middle, keep the puck to the outside. Cloquet has not been able to generate a quality scoring opportunity.
There's a good hard wrister, but that hit traffic. Didn't make it to net. Behind for the Huskies is Peterson. She'll collide there. Flip-shot, quick shot. Turned away by Stumo. That was a hard shot. Lumberjacks control. Take another shot. Hops the stick there of Budarak, and the Lumberjacks send it in deep. Point blank shot. An opportunity by Baker. Turned away by Stumo. Held in. One more shot. Hits traffic. Budarak will try to clear. And the Huskies are back at full strength. They have successfully killed their 3rd penalty of this game. Held in just inside the blue line. That also too far out. Hits traffic. Huskies clear, and it goes on ice, so there will not be, on goal. Eliminates the icing. Back for the Huskies, and good pressure that time put on by Portner. Portner with the Huskies' first goal, a power play. #1 line continues with the pressure. Now Turpin is on and joins Sadeh and Portner on that line. Sadeh stick working at it, and Lumberjacks take a deep breath and just try to clear the zone. Bringing it back in for the Huskies is Cedarburg. Picked up just beyond the blue line, and Turpin tries to bring it in, and she's sent to the ice. Huskies send it deep. Lynn will give chase. Back to pick it up is Stoyanov. And still with the puck. She sends it up ahead. Cedarburg picks it up, gloves it, and a whistle. 9:17 to go, and Huskies 2-0 lead.
Yeah, very solid. And we talked about Cedarburg earlier, and she has the gift that every outstanding blue liner has, and that is a gift of patience. When she has a puck, she doesn't panic, waits for opportunities. You see it every time she handles a puck. Just outstanding patience for Cedarburg.
They have a few solid defense players, the Huskies. They have also Martinson, who's just a freshman. She plays well, also along with Mackenzie Peterson.
Yeah, the concern is you get the puck and you got to move it. Sometimes hanging on to the puck is a better strategy, and she does it well.
You need that good defense to engineer many of those shifts. Up and down the ice and put the pressure on. There at half board. Both teams battling for it.
A rugby scrum develops.
It is. Huskies try to clear and bring it out. They cannot. Good pressure. That's put on by Bender. Bender with 14 goals and 12 assists on the season has nothing yet. I just hope I haven't cursed the Huskies with that. Huskies backhanded through neutral ice. That's Keegan Anderson. Now back to retreat. Pick up is Lexi Cook. And the Huskies take control of a loose puck. Behind the net, try to center. Opportunity there, but get in there first. The Lumberjacks, Nelson in the near corner. Michelle Holmes doing battle there, and off the board. Lumberjacks unable to clear. Good pressure here by the Huskies. They're holding the zone. Good backhand by Turpin. Another backhand where she scored on one earlier. Turpin again. Deflects, but the key thing is here, they're putting pressure. Put in that pressure and not allowing. They're holding their zone well. Cedarburg sends it back deep again to Turpin. Turpin chips it over top of the net. Get in there first was Martinson. Sends it along the board. They have really controlled play here in the last 90 seconds in their zone, in the Lumberjack zone. Here's a blast by Cedarburg that hits traffic, and that's the only way right now the Lumberjacks have been able to clear the zone off of that deflection. Back comes Cedarburg. Backhand, there's a good wrister, turned away. Lumberjacks just get it to neutral ice, and finally, once again, here's Cedarburg. She'll take the slap shot. That's another save by Genero. Huskies, more pressure. That goes through the mouth of the goal, and Budarak was on the doorstep there, but tangled up. Back the other way. Here comes the Lumberjacks. Full head of steam. Oh, what a goal! She went coast to coast and cut this lead in half. What a display of speed by Lexi Smalley. And she blew by the defense and slid it under the garage door and got it by Stuvo.
Yeah, outstanding burst of speed. Caught Andover a little flat-footed and then got it by Stumo. But an outstanding individual effort by Smalley. 6th goal of the year for her.
Wow, what speed. She went by the defense like they were standing still, and good control on that puck. Sometimes you see it roll off the stick. Good control, and while she did that, she stuffed it away and put it by the outreach glove. Look at this play right now in good position. Stumo came out and lunged at it, and she held onto it and put it by her. 2-1. Meanwhile, the Huskies been whistled for another penalty.
Yeah, and Cedarburg couldn't get back on defense from the other side of the ice to help out in time. And now it looks like Cedarburg's in the box for a penalty, fourth penalty of the night, fourth minor penalty against Andover. And we said it earlier, Joe, if there's one concern for the Huskies coaching staff led by Melissa Volk, it has been the penalties. It could come back to bite them at some point.
Volk, very skilled and years of experience in coaching hockey, and she's also has a tough counterpart. Moving in now, shot, hits traffic, loose puck in front. Oh, it trickles by the goal. Tangled up that time by the Huskies, unable to put the puck in. More pressure, big shot. Pad save, ricochets to the opposite board. Behind, it's Mackenzie Peterson trying to clear it, unable to do so. She just took down the Lumberjacks, who were on the doorstep. Otherwise, they would have tied this thing up. As you mentioned, Steve, the fourth power play opportunity this evening for the number 5 seed, Cloquet. Back the other way, loose puck picked up, shorthanded attempt, good pressure put on by Michelle Holmes. Lumberjacks will try to reset with a minute left on the power play. Unable to really control it. Good pressure by Holmes. And the Huskies come back shorthanded. They're going to take a quick blast. It goes over top of the net. That was by Haley Tomberlin, the senior. Now that line coming in, that high potent line, that's Baker. She wants to set up. She'll send it down low, and Nelson will give chase there. Nelson being pestered by Martinson. As I mentioned, Martinson loves that physical play. And good job. She not only knocked her off the puck, but she also cleared it. Back comes Portner on the chase, shorthanded. Good pressure. She really put some pressure on Langenbrunner to get back, and there's the whistle.
Why, that's great. And when you're skater short and you're able to get a draw on the other end of the rink, that's a pretty good thing with 19 seconds to go. And the penalty kill for Andover as they cling to a 2-1 lead.
They were buzzing there. You had a chance to see Mackenzie Peterson that time hog tie one of the Lumberjacks down. I thought there might be another penalty whistled on the Huskies, but if she hadn't taken her down there, they would have easily scored that game-tying goal. Full head of steam, and now the Huskies back at full strength. Oh, it goes through the crease, and a chance. Huskies in the right spot. Coming back, Andover. It's on the doorstep, trying to hit Budarak that time. Huskies hold in far point. Portner trying to create and stir up another scoring opportunity. She has the first goal this evening for the Huskies. Battle on the blue line. Odd man rush quickly evolves. There's a loose puck in front of the goal by Budarak. She picks up the loose change and puts it by Genero. And the Huskies back up by 2 goals.
Huge goal there for the Huskies. A lot of beating and banging in this game, and there was a big collision out at the blue line that kind of set the stage for Andover and Budarak's goal. You'll see it here.
Good work on that far side. And that created a loose puck that came out, and Budarak crashing in that right spot, right time, stuffs it and jams it away. She said she led the team in goals scored in the season. She gets her first goal. She already has an assist here this evening. Bringing in now more pressure. Love the play right now. It's up and down. Good sectional hockey.
Oh, yeah, you can tell this is it. The one and done. You win and move on. You lose, you go home, and that's the season.
Whistle as the puck goes off. It's a 3-1 lead. Again, Budarak on the season led the Huskies in total points. She had 29. She's got 2 more already. She'd been averaging about 1.6 points a game this year. She has a goal and an assist. With some good work also by Halverson on that goal, which really set the table for Budarak. Turpin will give chase. She's patrolling behind the play, looking for the puck to come loose, doing some battle right out in front was Nowacki. Wacky was shadowing. Now she has the puck. Sends it in, and a line change there for the Huskies. Back on and putting pressure is Paige Anderson. And the Huskies will regroup. I can tell you, a critical change there. There's a hard shot coming off the bench and a save turned away by Stumo. And Steve, we were probably just inches away from this game being tied up at 2-2. Instead, the Huskies kill their 4th straight penalty and score their 3rd goal.
Yeah, they've been great on the penalty kill, and it was really set up by physical play out at the blue line. Andover was able to hold the zone, and then they got a good break as the puck went off a skate to Budarak, and it went in the net.
Huskies break their zone. Now skate deep into the Lumberjack zone. Good play of possession by Paige Anderson. Anderson, one of those up-and-coming youth, a freshman. Shot from the point doesn't make net, too much traffic. And the Lumberjacks try to put some pressure on their own. They'd love to cut into this 2-goal lead. Anderson now sends a wrister rebound, and Stumo decides she's going to cover up as Anderson follows her own shot.
Yeah, outstanding play there. It's true in just about hockey, lacrosse, basketball, you name it. Following your shot is an important thing, and she almost got an opportunity for a goal there.
Getting that number one line back on here shortly will be the Lumberjacks, and there's Portner taking a shot that hits traffic. Sadeh had it there, and back again to Portner. Portner, and now Budarak coming over to help out. Excuse me, that's Sadeh. Now that's Budarak. Budarak maneuvers around, tries to center, gets it through some skates and goes all the way to Cedarburg. Cedarburg takes a shot, loose puck in front. Again, it's loose, and Budarak tangling up and putting more pressure while she had a defender draped on her. Sadeh also. Sadeh moving in, hops her stick, good pressure put on that time by Stoyanov. Over to coming out is Portner. Portner moves it and chisels it up ahead. Huskies again, good pressure. Budarak sends it deep behind the goal. Portner there to pick it up. Now weaving out in front, deflect off the skate, and the goal for the Huskies. Nowacki just tried to get it out in front and hit off the skates of the goaltender, Genero, and that produces the 4th goal.
Yeah, you never know. You throw it at that goaltender, and you see it from time to time behind the net, along the goal line. You never know. And the goaltender had started to turn and look to the middle of the ice and got caught.
They were buzzing and kept the pressure on, and now comes Turpin back the other way. Again, Nowacki, her first goal of the playoffs. 4 different goal scorers for the Huskies thus far. And the Huskies looking to take a 4-1 lead into the 2nd period. Baker's going to try to put some pressure here and cut that. Loses their edge, and a penalty coming up on the Huskies. They're going to call a tripping penalty. I think that's probably going to go to Morgan Check. We'll get a look and get clarification. Who will get the gate? My correction. Looks like that's assessed to Peterson. 5th power play opportunity here for the Lumberjacks. Just 20 seconds remaining in the 2nd period. Doing some battle, far board. Huskies control, send it length of the ice. And that should just about kill the time left here in the 2nd period. Budarak giving chase. Lumberjacks started out, and we are at the end of period number 2. The Huskies will take a 4-1 lead into the second period. And Steve, we were talking about what an up and down, kind of a disappointing second period the Huskies have experienced all year, but it's playoff hockey, and what a great second period they had.
Yeah, it really was. They were up 1-0 going into period number 2, got a quick goal 2 minutes and 10 seconds in. And then Cloquet-Esko-Carlton made it 2-1, and you thought, okay, here come the Lumberjacks. They almost made it 2-2, but Andover goes down, gets a goal to go up 3-1, and then gets one late here in the period to make it 4-1. So Andover's got to be feeling pretty well, and why not? 2 years in a row, they're a new team come playoff time. And, they look great tonight. As we pointed out at the beginning, they beat Blaine 2-1 in the regular season finale, and they've really been lights out tonight. They've been physical, maybe to the point of taking a few too many penalties in this game, but boy, they've had a very good game plan, and they've really been all over the Lumberjacks tonight.
They have been buzzing. Coach Polk obviously has the right remedy dialed up here tonight. A 4-1 lead at the end of 2 complete as the number 4 seed Huskies with that lead over this Cloquet team. And the Cloquet team that came into this game with the 14-7-4 mark and a very potent number 1 line. They've been able to contain them so far.
And Cloquet probably was pretty confident coming in, knowing they beat Andover 3-2 back in early January in this building. But Andover is a completely different team, I'm guessing, than they were in early January. They have a lot more confidence, and why not? Because at this time of year, they've been able to parlay good play to get all the way to the state tournament, and they're hoping to make it 3 years in a row. Now, if they win tonight, likely they'll play the number 1 seed in Elk River Zimmerman, which would be a very tall order. But they've done it in the past, and they're feeling good.
The Huskies not only dialed up offensively, their freshman goaltender also dialed in. Obviously, the momentum from that Blaine win, a 2-1 win, has really set the tempo as they head to the playoffs here and have had the success after 2 periods. 1 more period to go. It's the Huskies with a 4-1 lead in this quarterfinal 7AA sectional game here on QCTV.
Hello, I'm James Stewart, Sheriff of Anoka County, and I'd like to invite you to watch the Sheriff Show on QCTV. On the show, we feature various divisions within our office, including Patrol, K-9, SWAT, community events, the dive teams, and much more. So tune into the Sheriff Show on your local channel 15 and 16 and keep up to date on what's happening at the Anoka County Sheriff's Office.
Combined on the last one, and they do it again this time for the game-winning goal.
Porsche at the top of the ice, looking for space. She shoots and she scores!
Oh, she blistered that one. Cedarburg puts it with the peanut butter in the top shelf.
Shot, goal!
Front controlled, wrister, goal!
And there are the Teddy Bears.
Hello and welcome to In the Game. I'm your host, Chris Carpenter. In the Game is a show that we do here at QCTV that focuses on the high school and amateur sports that we have going on in and around our 4 cities of Andover, Anoka, Champlin, and Ramsey. Believe it or not, but the high school winter sports season is already upon us. And on this program, we are going to learn about the Champlin, Anoka, and Andover high school girls hockey teams. So let's start with the Champlin Park Rebels girls hockey team. A year ago, the Rebels finished with a 7-10-1 record in the always competitive Northwest Suburban Conference. And the team is looking to build off of that record this year. Let's take a look at the 15-16 Rebels girls hockey team.
Good, scoot this way just a touch. Bingo, right there is good. And then give me the big smile. Little attitude, lot of smile. There it is, ready, 1, 2, 3.
Picture day! Yeah!
Are you ready, 1, 2, 3. Good smile, nice job.
We have a lot of girls returning, so we have a lot of chemistry on this team this year, and we're hoping for a really good year. Last year we started out really well, went 5-0 I think, or 6-0 in the beginning of the season. We played really well when we worked together, so last year what we really emphasized is teamwork, and I think that that'll be a key thing this year as well.
We're excited with what we have out here. We feel like we got some depth coming back at forward from last year, and a couple of our defensemen that we have back from last year, Jordan Trapp, Eric Burrell. Some of them are, and Megan Shuck are ready to take that next step forward for us.
I played JV my
my 8th grade year, and coming up from JV to varsity was a big step because the girls are bigger, they're much faster, they shoot harder, they make faster decisions. Like, you can tell that the girls know where to put the puck before they even have it, so it's a big step.
Goal! Deflected in front by Martinson.
I'm very excited for the season, for us to score goals, beat teams. I think we're going to do very well against the teams this year. I feel like we have a good advantage against them. We've been improving a lot since captain's practice and tryouts. We've been working very hard. So I think we'll keep improving throughout the season, and the younger girls, they're going to step it up.
We have a few seniors, a few juniors, a few softs, a couple 9th graders too. That should crack the lineup a little bit this year for us as well. You know, we're going to be right there in the mix with everybody. The kids play hard, they have big hearts, and they're ready to get going every night for us, and they come prepared for what's going to happen.
Champlin and the goal!
Nice. You know, with girls hockey being on about its 20th year, I mean, I think you're just starting to really see the skill and the grace that these kids have out on the ice. As you know, girls hockey's evolved so much from the first time we started back in 1995-96 time to the time we're at now, that, you know, it's just a great game to watch, and I encourage people to come out and watch it and see really how good the girls game has become.
When fans come, like for our student section, if they come to watch our game, we get really pumped because they do like cheers for us, and then it gets more intense. So I don't know, I like when fans come.
We're trying to create a really positive environment this year, just fun, love hockey, and we want to work hard but also have fun. So if we can just combine those two things together, we're going to have a great season.
One more. 1, 2, 3.
The Anoka girls hockey schedule is already underway, and although they dropped a close one to start the season, they have high hopes for 2015-16.
We're really working on our offensive end. We've been going through our defensive end and neutral zone, and we've just kind of been getting down the concept of how our team meshes together, especially with the new coach this year. We have to kind of figure out what his coaching style is like. So right now we're just going through defensive, neutral zone, and offensive, and just working on our forechecks and making sure that everybody has their positioning down and everybody knows where they're supposed to go and at what time they're supposed to go.
Yeah, well, the team this year, I've just gotten to know them for a week. I'm new on the job, but seems like they're very coachable, and they have a lot of good speed. And so I think that's a lot to work with. When we start the beginning of the season, we really try to focus on our own end of the rink. So we work a lot on repetition, passing, breakouts, different decision making based on what's being thrown at us defensively and all that. And we also work a lot in our own end defending. And so a lot of D-zone coverage and responsibilities and things of that nature. So that's one of our primary focuses during the year's team defense. And we just feel that anybody can play defense if they concentrate, focus, work hard enough.
With our new coach this year, he is taking our team forward. We are doing harder practices, more ice time, more dry land that is harder, more work. We're just working more as a team and faster pace. I do feel like the team is getting stronger with each practice.
We have 9 seniors and we have only 1 freshman, so the team is a pretty middle-aged team. We have a lot of fast girls, a lot of girls that can shoot pretty hard and are pretty scrappy in the corners, and I think we're going to be really great this year, and we're going to work hard every game.
The center two gets it. There's a backhand and a goal! Guimel did a great job of sustaining possession of that puck, turned her back to the defender, and then sent a backhand on, and the goal was scored by number 7, Cassie Berkey.
For the seniors this year, I think some kids that want to go out and make a point are Cassie Berkey, certainly. She's a forward real grinder out there, works the corners well, good in front of the net. Taylor Kins playing some center and defense for us this year. She's definitely a stronger skater on the team. Courtney Thorpe's another defender back there, very solid, one-on-ones and all. And I think we just have a lot of moxie, swagger. And we're going to try and just improve this year from our season last year.
Team bonding is huge. It makes or breaks your team. Us as a team, we get together off the ice all the time. We do Feed My Starving Children as a team. We go out to eat, taco night. We do lots of team bonding. We get together Saturday nights, go to the guys' hockey games after together. Just as a team in general, we're always there for each other. We have our own group chat. We have pasta feeds every day before a game. We're always together.
Here's a chance now for Anoka. Backhand. Goal!
I feel like our school is very supportive in coming out and coming to our games, especially the boys. They like to watch our games and we like to watch their games. And it's a big part of the Anoka family is all the schools or the school sports. We go out and we watch each other play. And so I feel like with the parents as well and the student section, it gets the fans pretty hyped up.
The Andover girls hockey team had a tremendous run last year to get to the state tournament. The team finished 6-10-2 in the Northwest Suburban, but showed that it's most important to play your best at the end of the year. The Huskies hope that success continues in 15-16.
The Andover Huskies girls hockey team is coming off another successful season, a season in which they made it back to the state tournament for a second consecutive year.
Emo did a great job of sustaining possession of that puck, turned her back to the defender, and then sent a backhand on, and the goal was...
The 2015-16 Huskies will look to be just as competitive this year. We had a chance to talk to Michelle Holmes, who talked about the upcoming season.
Our main goal is to win sections and hopefully get to that state tournament again. And this year we hopefully will get into the championship game is our goal.
The Huskies have a great mix of veterans coming back this year and have gotten off to a pretty good start this season.
Backhand. Goal! Budarak will get their first whack at it. Sadeh has it. She tries to pull the trigger on a shot, and that's disrupted. Held in left point. Deflection through and the goal! Sadeh puts that one through.
The Northwest Suburban Conference is always competitive, and this year will be no different. So the Huskies will know that they have to keep working hard to accomplish their goals.
I think we just need to keep humble a little bit. I think that we all have our eye on state right now, but we all need to just remember there's a whole season ahead of us, and we are going to work really hard on our G zone and get a little stronger, because right now we've had some collapse, and that's how we're getting our goals scored on us. So once we figure that out, I think we'll be stronger.
To the ice, and the goal! Have they lit it up or what here in this third period? 4 unanswered goals.
Well, that's it for this edition of In the Game. If you want more In the Game or more information regarding our sports schedules, or if you want to check out any of our sports or government programming, go to our website, www.qctv.org. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm Chris Carpenter, and we'll see you next time in the game.
Get caught buzz driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom. It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
La 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 la, I love you so. I love you, I love you. La 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 la, la 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 la.
We're here.
Yay!
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Welcome back to the Andover Ice Arena. This is the girls' Section 7 AA quarterfinal action as the Huskies have jumped out to a 4-1 lead over Cloquet after 2 complete. And Steve, it's kind of been interesting because all 4 goals for the Huskies have come from 4 different players. And
no doubt, Joe. It's been balanced scoring, and Andover hopes to take that next step. And they could very well meet Northwest Suburban foe #1 seed Elk River Zimmerman in the next round.
So likely, in fact, Elk River right now is up by a score of 2-0 as their third period is just underway. Elk River also ranked in the state. I believe last count they're at number 8 in the state.
Number 8 in the Let's Play a Hockey poll, one of 5 teams from the Northwest Suburban in the top 15. Very impressive what they've been able to do. They beat Andover twice this season, but remember, Andover is a playoff team. They like the playoffs. They pick it up. And tonight we've seen great intensity from the Huskies in this game against Cloquet-Esko-Carlton.
As you get a look at the recap and the scoring, it was a 1-0 lead, and then the Huskies sent one off the post. That kind of opened it up for Turpin, who went on the backhand. Beautiful goal by Turpin and put the Huskies up 2-0.
And then Cloquet-Esko-Carlton came back. Smalley, a great individual effort, throws it at the net, took a big hit from Cedarburg.
Pressure there, deflection, and there's Budarak says, let me take that loose change and put it away. And then there's a nice backhand, put something in front of the net, and the goal scored by Nowacki to put the Huskies up 4-1 as third period is just underway. And we're going to see how much ice time this number 1 line. I mean, I know they just play with 2 lines, but they're going to have to be out there most of the time with this 3-goal deficit. And they also have a power play as we open up the third period.
It's a big disadvantage at the end of a long season. These kids have logged a lot of ice time this season. Now you get into the playoffs. The fact that Andover may play a few more players, play a few more skaters, go a little bit deeper into that third line is a big advantage.
This line has contributed for about 42 goals this season for the Lumberjacks. Again, there's 50 seconds left on the penalty. Let's see if they can capitalize. This is their 5th power play opportunity this evening for the Lumberjacks. Down low, far corner, top of the circle. They'll drop it there, now back. Hops it on kind of a saucer pass to get through. Good hard check and just take it away. Good pressure and play that time by Michelle Holmes as she sent Taylor Nelson to the ice and took the puck away and cleared. Lumberjacks now bring it in again. They try to set it up. Huskies trying to regain possession, unable to do so. It's back here for the Lumberjacks. Mid-circle. Now ricochets behind the net. They have yet to get a shot on goal as we start this second period, or third period rather. And now the Huskies are at full strength. Giving chase there. Good job setting that shield and allowing Budarak to pick it up. Huskies come back. Here's the number 1 line. They have done an impressive job this evening. Here comes Portner, who takes a blast. Ricochets to the corner. Sadade give chase, almost picked it up in front. She was heading the wrong direction and then tried to turn it back up. Good pressure. Lumberjacks try to get around. Defense unable to do so. Good, strong play by Cedarburg. By the way, Cedarburg was given an assist on that first goal for the Huskies. That was the goal scored by Portner, the power play goal. Whistle there for the icing at 14:35 to go. The Huskies holding to a 4-1 lead.
Anybody who's watched Andover all year, Joe, knows how good Cedarburg is, but she is so impressive with her stick work and how she just has a tremendous hand-eye to be able to poke that puck away from an opposing player. It's phenomenal.
I'm going to drop some old names of good defensemen I remember. Housley, Paul Coffey, some of those as a past, and then you have the more modern defense. But she's able to engineer a lot of those difficult plays and congestion. Out in front there, just put a stick on, and again, they said, why not? It worked at the close of the second period for Nowacki, so they try it themselves again, and that time picked up and saved by Genero. It was Holmes with that attempt. Deflected, backhanded out of the zone, and Cedarburg gives chase. Circles back in her zone, leads it up ahead to Tomberlin. Tomberlin being pestered, has it poke checked off her stick. Cedarburg with it once again. Lumberjacks trying to get something heading down ice, but the Huskies have not allowed them many clear entrances in. as they've controlled neutral ice. Finally, here come the Lumberjacks. Looking for that spark. There's Baker. Drops it there for Taylor. Takes the shot. Pad save turned away by Stumo. Nowacki looking to muscle her way for a second goal. Doing battle on the near board. Taylor gets there first and sends it. Taylor Nelson, that is. Held in left point. Here's a high shot. Richter gets all the way through. Loose puck in front. Backhand goes just wide. Turpin looking for her second goal on the doorstep. Nowacki takes another shot. On another shot goes off the post. The Huskies are peppering the goal right now, and the Lumberjacks looking for some air. Good pressure continued. Huskies have been owning the zone here in this third period. The puck just slithers out and beyond the blue line. Huskies now take it back into their zone. Now at neutral ice, Budarak doing battle there. She's waiting for the puck, sends it back to Nowacki. Nowacki up ahead. It breaks in Portner. Portner tries to dipsy-do around the defense. Rebound picked up by Budarak, who puts a backhand but hits skates. She picks up the deflection, and now to the side of the goal. Tries to hit Cedarburg coming in, but it hops her stick. Giving chase for the Huskies is Saylor. She'll get there first. With 12 minutes to go in this quarterfinal sectional game, 7AA, the Huskies maintain a 3-goal lead. Now a chance here for Sadeh. Sadeh moves in, tries to get around the defense. Picked up by Budarak. She backhands to Sadeh. Sadeh, a backhand shot there by Portner and a save. All three of them touching the puck there.
Yeah, she was right in front. Just couldn't get a lot on the backhand. Boy, we've seen the backhand in play tonight, Joe. Especially for Andover. They've had a big backhand turned into a goal tonight. But they're in good shape, 4-1 with 11:43 to go in the game. Trying to advance to the section semifinals tonight.
I mentioned all 4 goals have come from 4 different Huskies. And that's kind of been the difference. Most of the goals this year for the Lumberjacks have come from that number 1 line. The Huskies just keep bringing waves and waves of lines. And now they are dialed in as we are in the third period and a 4-1 lead for Andover. The winner of this game will take on the winner of the Elk River St. Francis game. Elk River, the number 1 seed in 7AA. Backhand shot there. Loose puck goes behind the net. Another line and more activity and more shots on goal for the Huskies. They just keep moving one line out after another. The Lumberjacks are going to ice this. They need to break with 10:53 to go, and they've kind of taken over ownership on shots on goal.
And the strategy has been simple. When Cloquet-Esko-Carlton's top line is on the ice, Cedarburg's on the ice. And she has not given the Lumberjacks a lot of room to operate. I know she's getting a lot of help from her teammates, but Cedarburg's been phenomenal tonight.
Meanwhile, Stumo has turned away every shot except for one. She had an impressive first period. She was peppered by the Lumberjacks. They'll try to bring it out, but again, as you mentioned, Steve, they've done a great job of pestering that number 1 line for the Lumberjacks. Loose puck rolls out in front, and Turpin tried to add to her goal total on the night. Held in far point, set back behind the goal. Nowacki has it there, centering just in front of the goal, and Turpin's shot was deflected. Lumberjacks will try to carry it out, but they lose possession at neutral ice. Good pressure by the Huskies. It's Lumberjacks really haven't had a quality shot on goal here in the third period.
No, they haven't. And
in comes Budarak. Breakaway shot just wide of the mark. She picked up the loose change just inside the blue line, got around the defense, and just send a wrister wide. Back on is Sadeh in that number 1 line. Budarak will get there first. Good stick work. Back to Sadeh, her line mate. It's a combination of a senior, junior, and a sophomore. There's the senior, Portner. She picks it up. She's going to Williamsburg, Vermont to play hockey next year in college. Budarak Still with it between her skates, held in just inside the blue line by Andover, sent deep now by Budarak, giving chase is Sadeh. Her pressure forces the fan. Budarak alone in the front, shot, save, another shot, turned away. Genero with two beautiful saves, and it was Budarak with a point-blank shot set up. Here comes back the other way, another shot by the Huskies. Peppering is Portner. Good pressure. They have owned this third period.
Wow. Just dominating them, Joe.
Poke checked, even when they brought it in, not much of a threat, and the Huskies poke check it out to neutral ice. Lumberjacks finally take the shot, and that was the best shot on goal they've had here in the third period. That was by Stoyanov.
And that fooled Stumo a little bit. She was moving in the wrong direction, but was able to knock it down, and Cedarburg was there to help her out. This one just kind of caught her a little bit. It fluttered a bit, and she was able to control the rebound, so Stumo stuck with it, 4-1 Andover.
Cassidy Stumo, the freshman, that time Cedarburg, you're right, Steve, did go down low, and it went through. Here's another shot. Now they're starting to turn it around and put some shots on. Turned away by Stumo. Rebound comes just inside the blue line. Skating in, deflected. Rister does not make net, and back come the Huskies. Going coast to coast right now, and that's Michelle Holmes sending it deep. Sets it up for Tomberlin to try to tangle it up. Moving in along the right point to try to pinch in is Peterson. She'll take on a couple of the Lumberjacks. Meanwhile, it just gets beyond the blue line. Sent in. Difficult bouncing puck goes behind the goal. 7:40 and counting here in the third period. The Huskies with the 4-1 lead. Finally, the Lumberjacks are able to clear but not keep possession. Stepping up, beautiful poke check that time by Holmes. They had a full head of steam coming down towards the Husky zone. Lumberjacks circle fire, nothing serious, and the Huskies are able to bring it out just beyond the blue line. Here comes Nowacki, 2-on-1, odd man rush now coming in. Nowacki takes the shot, safe, rebound, looking for the rebound and picking up the loose change. It was the Lumberjacks getting there first. 6:50 to go here in the third period, and the Huskies the 4-1 lead. You can see some of the scores below as well. We'll keep an eye on that Elk River score. St. Francis gone up to Elk River tonight to take on the #1 seed, and they were down 2-0. Loose puck picked up. Rister bounces over the stick that time of the defense. Martinson, and got through to Stumo. She made that save. Long lead pass, couldn't quite reach that time. Was Halverson. It'll give the Lumberjacks a chance to collect and bring it up. They finally get some open ice. Not for long as Budarak pokes it off the stick that time of Lorenz. Budarak tries to skate out. Picking up the rebound is Sadeh. Now it's Budarak once again. She moves in with control. Now behind. Ahead to Sadeh, now at the point. There's Cedarburg with a shot that hits traffic. She'll take another one, and that gets through, but now goes to the near corner. Held in. And Budarak shadowing. There's Sadeh picking it up in the far corner. Switches direction, now Budarak moves in, gets around the defense, rolls off of her stick. Good stick work to get around the first defense, and Huskies hold it in. They're holding the zone very impressively. Incoming hard is Martinson. And Martinson takes down a Lumberjack, and we've got a whistle on the stop of play with 5:22 to go. Third period.
Well, there's no doubt Andover's game plan was to be very physical tonight. As physical as you can be in the girls' game. They take another penalty here. But for Andover, they're 0 for 5, going for 0 for 6 on the penalty kill tonight. They lead it 4-1 with 5:22 to go in the game, and they've turned around the shot category. Cloquet-Esko-Carlton had a big shot advantage early in the game. Now it's clearly in Andover's favor, 23-16.
Northern Lakes leading Wilmer by a score of 4-1. Elk River has opened it up. They now have a 5-0 lead. Nickel nothing lead over St. Francis, so that's all but over. And the winner of this game will travel to Elk River.
By the way, Martinson in the box on a trip. The sixth power play for Cloquet tonight.
Moving in, trying to set it up here, and still with control of the puck was Smalley. Smalley has the only goal. Beautiful goal as she went coast to coast. Huskies get possession and send it back. Turpin giving chase now for Andover. Trying to come out clean, and really that's what they've been doing best all game, Steve, is not allowing them to come out clean to the zone.
Yeah, they've really done a good job pressuring the puck, but when Cloquet has been set up on the power play, they've kept it to the outside, textbook. Don't let the puck generally get in the middle, so they've done an outstanding job of protecting their 9th grade goaltender, Cassidy Stumo.
Tangled at the face-off there, and Budarak finally gets it loose and controls. Huskies on the penalty kill. Takes it to the near board and says, you know what, let's see if I can freeze it here for a few more seconds. And now just 50 seconds left on the power play for the Lumberjacks. As you mentioned, Steve, their 6th power play opportunity. Here's a chance, shot off the post, ricochets off to the far corner. Coming in with a full head of steam that time was Bender. And she sent one just off the inside of the post past Stumo, and it ricocheted off the post to the far board. Here they come again. The Lumberjacks trying to cut into this 3-goal deficit. They have the power play for the next 20 seconds. At half board, the Huskies doing a great job of tangling up and freezing that, taking seconds off. That's Peterson who tries to clear. Now she'll do battle in the far corner. Coming over to help out is Tomerlin. Tomerlin uses the skate. Good job. It frees the puck and sends it deep. Huskies have successfully killed their 6th penalty, Steve.
Yeah, that's a big number on the stat sheet in this one for sure.
Coming in, Lumberjacks, they are relentless. They want to cut into this 3-goal deficit any way they can. They are on with that second line, and there's a shot, and it's froze there by Stumo. You got to think, Steve, that maybe it's starting to wear on them, the depth of that Huskies team, and just those 1 or 2 lines that they've been going with.
Oh, I'm sure it's a huge factor. If you can go a little deeper on your bench than the other team, it pays dividends. And these teams have been going up and down tonight. There's been a lot of skating in this one, and now we've got a Cloquet-Esko-Carlton timeout, down 4-1 with 2:53 to go in the game. They're number one going to talk about what they need to do to control and keep the puck in the zone, and they're going to probably get the goaltender out of the net and go for an extra attacker. Their season has 2 minutes and 53 seconds, so it's going to take drastic measures. And for Andover, what a game plan tonight. I mean, they beat Blaine 2-1 in the regular season finale. They come in tonight at home with a tremendous amount of confidence. And as we touched on earlier, Joe, they play physical. They've taken advantage of their scoring opportunities. They've really been tremendous. And of course, you look at some of their top players. Their top players have had good games. You start with Claire Budarak, a goal and an assist tonight. And on the blue line, Mackenzie Cedarberg has been tremendous, and their freshman goaltender has been pretty darn good tonight, giving up a goal on 16 shots.
It was Sidney Portner, the senior forward on that line with Budarak and Sadeh. It was Portner with the first goal, a power play goal assisted by Budarak again and by Cedarberg. Meanwhile, look at the standings. As the season came to an end, Centennial 8-1 took the conference title. Blaine 7-3, and Elk River Zimmerman, as you mentioned, Steve, Andover at 3-7. But a lot of those teams, Centennial and Blaine, go into another section.
Yeah, they're a very, very good conference. And those top two teams, of course, playing out of 5AA.
I am surprised they kept their netminder in, as the faceoff was all the way down in the Husky zone. I thought they, like you, Steve, thought they would use it as an extra attacker with still plenty of time left, but they need to start cutting in that lead. Offside whistled on the Lumberjacks. 2:34 to go. Third period. 3-goal lead for the Huskies. At that number one line for the Huskies, Sydney Portner with a goal and 2 assists. Claire Budarak with a goal and an assist. I also have Sadeh with a couple of assists. And meanwhile, rounding out the scoring has been Nowacki, Turpin as well, and Helverson. Or excuse me, not Helverson, but Nowacki and Turpin. So great depth, and it's been evident here this evening as the Huskies look like they're about ready to advance to the semifinals and travel up to Elk River.
And that game will be Saturday at 3 at Elk River. And Elk River swept the regular season series over Andover.
Move it in now, a chance to see what they can do to get anything going. Loose puck in front, and Lumberjacks unable to control. Here comes the speedster, Budarak. Odd man rush. Here comes Budarak in. Looks to set up the goal. Oh, and couldn't quite cross the T and dot the I. Was Nowacki. Nice setup that time by Budarak. Nowacki was being pestered by the defense. Tough to get that stick down, but you saw that speed come alive that time by Budarak.
And Budarak easily could have taken the shot, but gave it up, trying to get the assist and get that 5th goal of the game. It was an outstanding feed. Nowacki just couldn't find the handle.
Very selfless players. Always likes to set that assist. Good sign of a center. We are nearing the 1-minute mark left in this game. Huskies not allowing the goalie to come out. They're just going to keep her in. Huskies break out. There's Sadeh, the junior forward. Just a true team effort, as you saw. Everyone's playing 200 feet up and down. Everyone comes back to help out. And I would say the Huskies, if they're going to play Elk River, now's the time. They're playing so well and firing on all cylinders.
The Elks are going to be a gigantic challenge. If I remember, they beat Andover 4-0. The other game, Elk River won, I believe, 5-3 earlier this season. So Elk River ranked number 8 in the state, but Andover is very familiar. They know what they need to do to beat the Elks.
Just seconds left, and the Huskies tonight have captured a 4-1 lead in the 7AA sectional quarterfinals here from Andover. The Huskies celebrating a powerful offensive attack combined with some strong goaltending by the freshman Cassidy Stumo. And with the news just in that Elk River has won by a score of 6-0, Coach Volk now will put a game plan together for this Elk River teams. And just watching her on the bench, very poised, very calm. Coach Volk and the whole team takes on that culture.
And Joe, I don't know if she needs to change too much of the game plan they brought tonight against Cloquet-Esko-Carlton. They were tremendous. They took a lot of penalties, but were great on the penalty kill. 6 for 6 on the penalty kill tonight. Really frustrating. Cloquet-Esko-Carlton all night tonight. They got solid goaltending, and then of course their top players brought their A game tonight. And let's face it, it's been a long time since Andover has lost a playoff game. They ran the table in the sections 2 years ago and again this year, and tonight they were off and running.
Looking at the player of the game as you get a chance to look at a setup there and a goal by Budarak. She set up Portner for that first goal. That was a tic-tac-toe goal. Assist also to Cedarburg. And Claire Budarak, player of the game. This QCTV presentation for the sophomore. Again, she led the team in points, but always involved in the play, up and down, penalty kills, power plays. And there you see the head coaches talking after the game. And I'll tell you what, you just really she knows how, as Coach Volk, to put this team in the right parameters and to focus come playoff time.
Oh, no doubt. And, you know, you talked about Claire Budarak, our player of the game, leading the team in points coming in. But you could have named a number of players to be our player of the game tonight. For sure. I talked a lot tonight about Mackenzie Cedarberg. She was tremendous on the blue line tonight. So there it is. Andover with the win tonight, 4-1 over Cloquet-Esko-Carlton. They'll take on the number 1 seed Elk River Zimmerman, a very familiar foe Saturday in Elk River.
Elk River, in fact, the number 8 team in the state, number 1 seed in this 7AA sectional. They already have a couple players committed to go to Ohio State and have scholarships already there. One is a sophomore, Maddie Bazal. Another is a McLean. So they're thick with talent, up and down. And this Huskies team, though, I'm going to tell you, if you're going to play the number 1 seed, you want to play them when you're playing at the level that Andover's at right now.
And they are certainly on a roll. We talked about it earlier tonight. They beat Blaine 2-1, a very good hockey team. Blaine, ranked number 7 in the state, beat them 2-1 in the regular season finale. Get the big 4-1 victory tonight over a solid Cloquet-Esko-Carlton team. And that, remember, in early January came into this rink and beat Andover 3-2. So quite a turnaround. I think it's going to be a great game Saturday afternoon in Elk River.
I think it's a complete balance.
Yep.
Up and down for the Huskies. All teams are in all lines, hitting on all cylinders. And what I like about it is you don't see them playing cautious. I think they're going to be going into Elk River and playing very confidently, and that's what you saw today.
And I think the winner of that game on Saturday is going to be a clear favorite heading into the section final up in Duluth. You've got Grand Rapids taking on Duluth in one quarterfinal tonight. The other quarterfinal in the bottom of the bracket features Forest Lake against Cambridge Isani at Mora Pine City. So the winner of this game, or this winner of this game on Saturday, could be headed to a state tournament, and it very well could be Andover. They're playing great.
The Huskies have, in fact, disrupted the Elk River's trip to the state tournament, at least the last couple of years. We'll see what kind of power they have keyed up for Andover, and we'll see what strategy Coach Volk has for that team. If there's one thing they did well tonight is they checked. Cedarburg was on the ice a lot of the time with that number 1 line for the Lumberjacks, but everyone contributed, and they really shadowed that line.
Yeah, tonight they certainly played physical and took 6 penalties, and as we pointed out a moment ago, they were able to kill those penalties off. But against a team like Elk River, you better stay out of the penalty box. I don't think they can afford to take 6 penalties against the Elks. They're going to have to play a cleaner game in that part of it. But the way they're scoring goals, the way they're going from end to end, playing 200 feet as a team, good stuff.
And you want that hot goaltender going into the sectionals, and you've not only had that in that Blaine win, but in this quarterfinal game. Well, what a game to watch. Impressive outing for these Andover Huskies. A 4-1 quarterfinal win in the Section 7A girls hockey game with the Huskies. Again, a 3-goal win over the Lumberjacks. Thank you for joining us on QCTV in this sports presentation. I'm Joe Rulin. I've had the pleasure of being joined by the master, Steve Thompson. Thank you for joining us. Have a Major League evening at a minor league price.